working on your project for a while now and you feel like it's ready to share with the world, only you're having trouble finding a place to host your website or web application. So let's have a chat about that. Hey, what's up? Nonzo here, and today we'll be taking a look at a few resources that will help you share your idea with the world. We'll be taking a look at hosting platforms such as Netlify, Google Cloud Platform, AWS, and there are a whole bunch of other ones, but today we'll be focusing specifically on Netlify because that's the one that I personally use and I've found it very, very helpful in getting my ideas out to the world. So we're over here in Visual Studio Code looking at an application that we built. It's an application that's from one of the front-end mentor challenges. So basically what it is a GitHub user finder, meaning that we can enter in a username on GitHub and get your profile displayed on the page here. This right here, it's only possible, like we're only viewing this because it's running on a local development server, meaning that only devices that are within my home network will be able to access this website. Now, if I wanted to get this out to the world, I would have to host this website somewhere. And one of the places that I like to go to when hosting my website, keep in mind there are a lot of other different hosting platforms, but one of the sites that I like to go to is this site here known as Netlify. Netlify is this free hosting platform that allows you to host static sites. They do have a generous free starter plan, but they also do have paid subscriptions as well if you do choose to go that route. Let's log in here and dive in and see how it's possible for us to deploy websites that we have on GitHub over here. So just branching off, this is the GitHub repo for the This is the GitHub repo for the Dev Finder website application that we've been working on. And let's just jump here into Netlify, log into our GitHub account. Keep in mind that you can log in using GitLab, Bitbucket, or even your email address there as well. So once you log in, you're met with this dashboard. This, if it's the first time you're logging into Netlify, this would be empty. But since I've been using the service for some time now, I do have some sites that are present here. So when you do log in, to add a new site, you can go into the Add New Site. There are a few different methods that you can do this. You can import an existing project from GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket. You can start from a template structure, or you can deploy manually. And what deploy manually allows you to do is if you have your website on a folder, you can literally just drag and drop that folder into this Netlify project here, and it can deploy that to the web for you. But what we're gonna do, since our project is on GitHub right now, we are going to import an existing project, and we are going to import it from GitHub since our project is on GitHub, but keep in mind that you can also import from GitLab and Bitbucket as well. So we're going to click GitHub. It's going to authorize us and display all our GitHub repositories. We're going to search for the repository that we want to deploy. It is the Dev Finder app, as we can see here. It's the Dev Finder app. So once we click on it, it's going to load it in, and it is as simple as just clicking deploy site. But before we do that, I just want to walk through a few things first. You can deploy on different branches. So if you want to make a branch specific for hosting on Netlify, then you can do that and deploy from that branch. Or if you were making a new feature and you wanted to keep testing the feature on a local development server without deploying it to the internet, you can deploy the main branch and then keep on working on your you can deploy the main branch, keep on working on your feature, and once the feature is ready, you can merge it back into the main branch and have that automatically be deployed to the rest of the world. Here, so we don't have any base directories. The base directory is going to be the root of the folder, meaning that on GitHub, if we had all these files inside of one folder, then we can say, oh, the base directory is going to be that file, and then it's going to look from there onwards. So keep in mind that this is also a React project, and React requires a build step. So we can type in here our build commands if you had any build commands. If you were just deploying a static website, this would be left empty. And then the publish directory is the folder in which the files are going to be held. And in React, it's being held in a build folder. And so the build folder is where all the files are kept, meaning that we're going to go into this, and this is where our index.html is going to live, and all the files needed to generate the website as well. We also have this advanced section here. Clicking on it, we can see that we can add functions to our website, meaning that if we had code that we wanted to run on the server, we have the ability to add serverless functions to it as well. So now what we can do is we can click on deploy site, and in the background, it is going to deploy this site to the web. And while that is starting up and building the website, we can head on over to the domain settings. Here is where you'll see what the website name is. And now it's generated this nice name, but we'd want to sometimes change it. And what we can do is we can come over into options and edit name, and then we can say, we can give it a name of GitHub devfinder.netlify.app. So this is the name of the project or the name of the website, and if it's available, it will allow us save. So the name of the website, or the URL rather, would be github-devfinder.netlify.app. If we click on save, we can see that the name has already been taken. Let's see. So we're gonna rename it to github-profile finder.netlify.app, and that name is already taken as well. Interesting. This is just a test. Doesn't matter what the name is, but yes. So right now I've named it github-developfinder.netlify.app. That's the name of the website. If we wanted to add in any other things, we can do that here as well. So now coming over into the site overview, we can see that the website has been deployed. And if we click on the link here, it will take us to the live version of the website. So if we come over here, we can see that this one is running on the local development server, and coming over here, this is the one that is actually running on the live server. So again, we can search for a GitHub account and have their information displayed on the website itself. We can see that the app is working fully and functionally, the same as the one on the development server. It just means that right now, anyone who is given this address here has access to this application. So Netlify also allows you to add serverless functions. I've talked about this, but this is where you would add this and how you would add serverless functions. You can also do form validation through here as well. Receive information from forms that are built into your website. So you don't have to set up a whole entire backend to handle that feature. It's a simple plug and play system. And they also have things like split testing, meaning that you can have two different versions of your website up at the same time, and anybody who goes to the website is randomly given one of the two, and you get the analytics back from that as well. So Netlify also has very good documentation, meaning that if you need help with literally anything about your website or how to do something, it is clearly stated in your documentation, and it is very, very helpful. It's helped me solve a lot of problems that I've had in the past in terms of using some of the features that are available on the platform. So if you were to go into like form detection, it tells you how to disable form detection. If you wanted to go into snippet injection, so injecting snippets after you've already built the website, you can do that using Netlify, and the documentation is here for you to use. If you wanted to use custom domain names, it tells you how to do that. The documentation is here. It is pretty good, and I believe it is constantly updated with the latest information on how everything works. We've just deployed our web project out to the world. Now anyone with the web address can have access to it and interact with the website. Now it is important to know that these services are only really meant to be used for front-end applications, meaning applications that are built with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. For the full stack experience, you would still need to find a place to host your backend applications like your databases, your backend servers, and things like that. But in terms of the front-end aspect, Netlify, Google Cloud Platform, Amazon Web Services, GitHub Pages, there are a whole bunch of other things as well. Vercel is one that's coming up. All these platforms allow you to have the ability to host front-end applications on the web so that you can get your ideas out there. It would be awesome to see the types of projects that you're working on get hosted. No matter what platform you choose, it would be great to share your idea with the world. Alright, I hope you found this useful. Don't forget to smash the like button down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.